Y'all, look at what I have to do today. I have to make her highlights the same color as this extension. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's get started. So what am I going to use today? I'm going to use a mix of Wella Blonderplex and Schwarzkopf Blonde Me, as well as some Schwarzkopf matte additive and ash additive. And I'm just mixing that around to make the bluest bleach you've ever seen in your life. Now let's get on to the application. I am essentially doing slices all the way around this entire head. And this took, I think, 3 hours almost to do, 2.5 to 3 hours to do this entire thing. So I am doing slices just horizontally all the way up the head, trying to get as much blonde in there as possible because this client sat in my chair and said, make me as light as possible and as much of it as possible as you can make light. So I said, okay, and just decided that slices were the way to go. And I like slices because when you're doing a really, really big transformation like this and you're just trying to get as much blonde into the head as possible while also maintaining a little bit of their natural color, slices give that bit of dimension that sometimes weaves overall, when you do a baby light or a weave, it can tend to look a little bit too blended with the other color, if that makes any sense. Overall, making the hair looking like it's a darker color than what you've lifted it to in the first place. So slices give a little bit more of a pop of the blonde versus weaves give a little bit more blend, but she just wants super blonde all the way up to the root as high as possible and to make it as platinum-y as we possibly can. So that's pretty much what I did today. All horizontal slices all the way up around the head. I did the back first and then I did the sides and then I did the top. But the front is going to be a money piece that's just solidly bleached out right around the front. It's about 1 inch thick, which sounds crazy, but isn't that crazy when you have this many foils in there. You almost have to make a differentiation of having a really thick money piece in the hair when you have this many foils in. This took so long to put in. So that's the money piece that I'm gonna be bleaching out. This is my cross section, raw lift. Look at how gorgeous that is. That is so satisfying to me. What do you guys think? Of all the things in hairdressing, this is probably my favorite thing to look at. I love it. Anyways, then I toned her with Schwarzkopf Ice and Schwarzkopf Silver. And then I did a little bit of root tap with a bit of the Dove Gray and Slate Gray in there to just add a little extra coolness around there. There it's toning. And here is the final result. She is super, super blonde and ready for wedding season.